we started 14 years ago, and we sort of stumbled into it by accident. We did not set out to like create a brand or even a fermented food company. Shai just started making pickles on our kitchen counter because he was homesick. He's Israeli, so he was over here. We had been married a few years, and he just wanted to kind of recreate the smells and the tastes of home. So that's how it started. At the time, we had like an urban micro farm. We were like living this like hippie homesteader romantic dream, which kind of turned into a nightmare. But while we were working at the farm, that's when the pickles came into the scene. We put them out on the table, and people liked the pickles more than they liked the vegetables. So we're like, okay, this is the actual business. We are already going to farmers markets, so we're like, let's just try them at the markets, and then it went from there. So
awesome.
Yeah, we still do farmers markets to this day. It's like a total part of our roots. We're at Riverside Arts Market every other week now. We've been to every market in the area, but today, because of everything else we have going on, we still show up at Riverside Arts Market twice a month, and yeah, that's great for today. So fermentation is different from regular pickles because it's a saltwater brine process versus vinegar pickles, which are vinegar. Oftentimes there's sugar involved, you heat can them, and the big difference there, besides some things on taste, is that the vinegar pickles are pasteurized and there's no live cultures, probiotics, live enzymes. They're like a dead processed food, versus fermented foods are a live culture food, and that creates a lot of good health benefits for the microbiome, gut health, which also happens to be a big trending topic in health and wellness for a lot of reasons. But we did not set out to like solve a problem or fill a gap in the marketplace. Shai just started making his grandmother's pickles, and that sort of evolved. And then we were 2 years into our farmers market business, didn't even know that what we were doing was something called lactic acid fermentation. A customer came to us and told Shai about it and how it had completely resolved like her IBS, and that she was just so grateful. So he came home and told me this story. So I get on Google and I start looking at it, and I was like, wait, Shai, call your grandmother and make sure that this is what I'm reading about, which is lactic acid fermentation, and has all these health benefits. This was around the same time that Michael Pollan published his book Cooked, which has a whole chapter about fermentation. So I devoured that, and that's really was the time that I realized, okay, we have something that's beyond just a farmer's market, product on our hands. We could create a brand around this that wouldn't just be like another cool pickle brand.
Yeah.
There's actually like a health and wellness play here. So
yeah,
that's how we found ourselves in the fermented food business. Yeah. The idea of doing a retail store, people have asked us for years, do you have a store? And our answer was like, our website's our store, or we're at the farmer's market. It was never a priority. Like the words, we don't want to be shopkeepers, like have come out of my mouth like many, many times. But this space actually became available. So our landlord kind of told us about it. We've been renting or leasing and occupying the back spaces. I'll walk you guys through there so you can see the OMP operation after this.
Fun.
So we kind of like just had it available. This was like a construction parts store / warehouse. Did not look like this. It was not zoned for retail. Fermentation is a saltwater brining process. There's 4 main elements you got to have in place to have a successful ferment. It starts with the salt water, it's the temperature, it has to go for enough time, and then you have to create an anaerobic environment, which means oxygen free. So if you do that right, you should be able to make sauerkraut or pickles. It's a very simple process, but it is hard to get right, all of those elements all at once.
Yeah.
So that is how the process of fermentation happens with those 4 elements. It takes 3 or 4 weeks. We source the vegetables from southeastern farms. They come in. We've gone from starting in 5-gallon vessels to now we do like, I think 100 pounds or 100-gallon tubs.
Oh my God.
I think they're maybe even 200, you'll see them, and multiples of those. So we've had to learn how to scale from smaller to larger over time across what is now 40 different products. There's so many different ways to enjoy fermented food. It all goes back to spreading the news about fermented foods for gut health, and to really be successful with them and get the health outcomes you want. It's a lifestyle approach. See, it's not a fad or a phase. You need to eat them every day, like 3 times a day as snacks or with meals. So in order to do that, you need a lot to choose from, because it's a lifelong habit. You don't want to eat just the same thing every day.
Right.
So we're constantly giving our consumers different different ways and ideas through recipes and emails and content and all that stuff. So, because that's really a key to success. Yeah, it's all about, if you're not having fun, what are you doing, number one? And like, especially with like having a health food brand, like a lot of people who maybe have a health crisis or get told by their doctor or dietitian, or like, you need to change your habits. And start with live culture foods. They go a Googling and they find our brand, and we've always wanted it to be like fun and easy, but also credible. So that's been our approach at Olive My Pickle. Like, this isn't hard. Let's have some fun, and you can totally do this. And here's some ideas. We don't take ourselves too seriously. It's only pickles, but also fermented foods can and do change people's lives because they're so great for you. So, and then that's just going to transfer over to the Pickle Factory too. Like, Pickle Factory is the retail home for Olive My Pickle. Strategically, it's a way to get our products. We want to franchise it nationwide. Give us a little time on that, but that is the kind of future vision for it. Pickles are like widely loved, so we believe it's a concept that can and will be successful, in a lot of different areas. The actual official launch for Because Pickles is going to be in March. We're going to have a party, kind of do it again just like we did. So even though it's in the store right now and the website is live, we're going to like really take it to market in like February, March, do the whole influencer campaign thing and launch it the right way. It's all artist collaborations too, versus just like stamping a logo on a t-shirt and calling that a brand. Like, no, sorry, you got to do better. It's 2025. So artist collaborations, and then we're going to use the artists as influencers to, partner with us to promote it, because everyone loves pickles.
Everyone loves pickles. And if you don't, I don't like you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like dogs. Like,